Hi friends, and welcome to our Mindful Movement series. Today we will take gentle physical movements while keeping our mind full of connection to our bodies and breath. We will stay close to our mats with no standing postures, and feel free to keep a pillow nearby for some extra support as we go. Today we'll take a gentle flow to restore our body and our minds. Throughout our short practice, I will be cueing your breath, but as always, please move and breathe how feels good for you. Let's begin to allow our bodies to settle into the earth in whatever comfortable seated position feels good for us. Feeling our sit bones and our hips underneath us, our shoulders, the crown of our head. And let's start by beginning to let the outside world drift away. Give ourselves permission to be here for the next 15 minutes or so. And really start to connect with your breath, turning inwards, hearing whatever story your breath has to tell. Feeling your inhale travel down your throat, expand your chest and your belly. As you exhale, feeling those opposite sensations. Begin to feel your breath expand beyond your chest, beyond your belly. And start to feel your breath travel towards your fingertips, travel towards your toes. On our next exhale, if we can, letting it escape through an open mouth. We'll start to move towards a little bit of movement in our shoulders. And throughout our practice today, let's allow our breath to guide as we move. So as you inhale, our shoulders lift up towards our ears. As you exhale, your arms and your shoulders fall heavy. We'll move into a cat-cow breath here. So as you inhale, your chest pulls forwards. As you exhale, you sink behind you. Really allowing our breath to lead our movement here. So as we inhale, we open forwards, and as you exhale, you sink behind. But only moving as far as your breath really is allowing you to move. Let it be your guide. You can get as exaggerated and as organic with these movements as your breath is asking you to. We'll eventually come to a neutral seated position. Our inhale guides our fingertips to the sky. Our exhale encourages them to land behind our hips. Palms of our hands in the earth, palms of our feet. Our knees gently bend. Our inhale lifts our chest tall. And our exhale encourages our knees to begin to windshield wiper from side to side. Our breath leading our movement, and as our knees go to one side, you can certainly allow them to hang out there. With each movement you take, feeling your breath travel down to those muscles, those bones. We'll eventually come to stillness and ensure that we're about halfway down our mats before lowering onto our spine. Those knees stay bent, soles of feet in the earth. Those heels come a little bit closer to our sit bones. Our hands maybe come to our belly as we connect with our breath here. As you exhale, that space behind your spine maybe sinks into the earth. Your arms fall heavy beside you. And again, allowing your breath to lead the movement here. Your exhale will lift your hips tall. Staying here for just a breath and allowing your exhale to guide your hips back to the earth. Listening to your body, moving only as quickly or as slowly as your breath is encouraging you to. We'll come back into this gentle bridge with an exhale, those hips lift. And this time let's hang out lifted for a few breaths if we'd like. Maybe lifting our arms with an inhale, allowing them to lay heavy above our heads. Feeling that breath travel all the way to our knees and to our heels. As you exhale, your hands and your hips coming back to the earth. Our knees eventually come into our chest, giving them a big hug, a gentle rock side to side. Taking a deep inhale, filling our belly and our chest. As you exhale, let all that air escape. Your chin come to your chest. In a small ball, we'll eventually release our legs tall, rotating through our ankles, eventually moving in the opposite direction, and beginning to feel our breath really travel all the way to our heels. As we settle in our legs up posture, we can use our hands or a gentle bend in our knees for support. Whatever feels good, and let's reconnect with our breath once again. Those exhales feeling weight come into our hips, our low spine, our shoulders. Our inhales bringing light to the soles of our feet as they lift up towards the sky. Feeling every muscle in your leg. As you begin to exhale, releasing to a bend in your knees. Again, taking a gentle hug, a gentle rock. And we'll eventually find ourselves rolling onto our favorite side. Maybe those hands reach above our head and eventually in front of our chest so we can lift ourselves through a seated posture. And we'll begin to meet in a kneeling posture here. So our breath feels a little different as we inhale our fingertips tall. And then exhale, those hands make their way to our hips. We'll lengthen our right leg to the right side, feeling a great connection through that foot, through our left knee. Our inhale lifts our fingertips, and let our exhale guide that right hand towards our right leg. Those left fingertips reach. And as always, that breath is traveling through our bodies, and we're really feeling it open our side body. As we exhale, our gaze comes towards our foot. Our hands come in front of us, and we'll slowly cross our hands one over the other until our left hand's beside our left knee, and then let's slowly peel those right fingertips across our chest until they're reaching up to the sky. That hand may reach all the way to the front, feeling this long side body, that breath traveling from your fingertips all the way to your toes, connecting with the earth. Our next exhale brings those hands back in front of us. We'll slowly begin to lift tall. We can stay here for a pause, or if you'd like to invite a gentle back bend, that right hand comes behind us, maybe towards where our back pocket would be, maybe onto our shin, or reaching all the way back to our heel. That hand comes to our right hip before we inhale it long behind us. In our back bend, we feel so much more space through our chest and our belly, really enjoying that inhale before we use our exhale to come back onto both of our knees. This time feeling our left leg extend. We'll inhale our fingertips tall, and again, letting our exhale lead the way. We'll begin to lean into the left side. That left hand supported by our left leg, our right arm reaching. This time our breath travels to our right side body, feeling all that space through our rib cage. Our gaze comes towards that left foot. Our arms and our hands come to the earth, and we begin to walk our hands this time to the right side. This time those left fingertips, guided by our inhale, slowly peel up to the sky. coming into our side bend. We feel those left fingertips reaching tall. And again, that breath we're so connected to. We feel it traveling from our fingertips to our toes, into the earth, and back through that foundational knee. Eventually, our gaze comes back to the earth, and we'll walk our hands back in front of us so we can support our body as we begin to come back above our knee. Again, if we'd like to invite our back bend here, only moving as far as our body allows and as feels good for us. Maybe that hand comes to our back pocket, our shin, our calf, or back towards that heel. This time that left arm reaches up to the sky and maybe behind us. Again, our heart and our chest is open. Maybe we can even take deeper inhales here, connecting even further with that breath as it travels. Using our exhale to support our core and our spine as we come back to our neutral kneeling posture. Once we're here, we're going to widen those knees. Our hands come to the earth to support our upper body as our toes kiss behind us. Our hips get heavy and sink towards our heels. As we exhale, our chest melts forward, our fingertips, our arms are heavy in the earth in our version of child's. Feeling your breath, that chest and belly expands beneath you. As you exhale, feel the earth press back against your hands, your elbows, your knees, your feet. Feel your connection with the earth beneath you. Our next inhale will eventually start to walk those hands back towards our hips. Shimmying to the side, we'll feel our sit bones come into the earth, our legs long in front of us. Taking any shimmies and shakes to feel comfortable. Our heels come into the earth, our toes begin to lift, and we'll inhale our fingertips up to the sky. Feeling our breath now reaching tall, expanding out of our hands. Our shoulders lift up towards our ears, and as we exhale, they melt down our sides. Our shoulder blades melt down our spine. Our next exhale will encourage a hinge at the hips as we fold forward. This time our breath may feel restricted through our belly, through our chest if we're making any connection with our thighs. Being really mindful of our breath moving into our back bodies. Our inhale feels our back body expand as we lift tall. We'll exhale again, feel that earth beneath us. Our fingertips will reach one more time up to the sky, and then let's encourage our feet to come together, the soles of our feet to meet, our knees to splay wide. In our version of butterfly, we feel our shoulders lifting, the crown of our head lift, and we feel that breath travel from the base of our spine all the way up and out the crown of our head. Our knees go wide. We can almost feel the earth drawing our knees closer as we exhale. Again, our breath is really guiding our movement here. If it feels good as you exhale, maybe melt forward. Maybe those elbows press into your knees. Maybe your hands reach forward. Allowing your breath and your body to tell you what feels best, to tell you what to do next. We'll eventually let our inhale lift the crown of our head tall. We'll let our legs begin to lengthen in front of us, maybe taking that gentle windshield wiper motion from side to side one final time. We'll begin to bend at our knees, soles of our feet come into the earth. Our hands come behind us, and with each exhale, will begin to melt a little bit closer to the earth, our forearms eventually supporting us. Eventually that spine comes all the way into the earth, and with each exhale, we'll let the right heel find our right corner of our mat. Our left heel moves towards the left corner. Those arms are heavy. And let's really listen to the story that our breath has to tell us after all of this movement. Let your attention really drift over your body as your breath moves through your chest and your belly, as that all oxygen moves through your veins, traveling to your knees and your elbows, your wrists and your ankles, your toes and your fingertips. Let's let our jaw get soft. Our lips may be together, but our teeth are apart. Inhaling, your breath feels light, your body feels spacious. Exhaling, feeling all of your skin, all the clothing pressing against the earth beneath you. We'll begin to invite some gentle movement through our wrists, through our ankles. If it feels good on an inhale, we'll reach those fingertips tall, maybe take a full body stretch. We'll eventually allow those knees to come into our chest, coming into a small little ball as we exhale, rolling onto the side. We'll eventually lift ourselves, coming back to whatever gentle seated position speaks to us. And let's connect with our breath, connect with our body one final time here. Moving all the way from our toes to our knees, our hips, our belly, our chest, our shoulders. Feeling our long arms, our long neck, a soft jaw, smooth face. Feel that breath come all the way to the crown of your head. A few more breaths here. And when we're feeling ready, we'll let our hands come by our sides. Take a big inhale to reach your fingertips tall. And as you exhale, bring those hands to your heart. Thank yourself for connecting to your body today, connecting to your breath. And see if you can take a little bit of this mindful connection back into your day. Thank you so much for stopping by and practicing today. If you aren't already, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Please give me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. See you guys next time.